Anybody else feel like an emptiness after each season of Stranger Things? I mean, I know we've been here like 3 times now, but it's just, I binged watched till 3 o'clock in the morning and then finished the last 2 episodes Sunday morning, thinking it was actually 12 episodes for some reason, and it was only 8, which made me sad. And then, as soon as it ended, and I'm not even talking about what all happened, but you just feel sad. What's happening, film nerds? Dave the Film Junkie here, bringing you a streaming review of Stranger Things Season 3. That's right, guys. Season 3 just came out on the 4th. Obviously, we were all anxiously waiting it. You know what's funny is, when it comes to Stranger Things, every season I've watched in a different house. I've moved and watched it in a different location, different town, different everything. That's how long sometimes it takes. But anyway, Season 3 is here, and basically what I'm going to do with this review is talk about what I like about it. But if you haven't seen it yet, I'm going to go, okay, spoiler warning, I'm going to talk about spoilers, and then I'm going to talk about the spoilers. So you've been warned, but right now I'm just going to talk about Season 3, and I, of course, loved it. I loved it, and I'm right there with everybody, because when I started it Saturday night, finally, a lot of people were like, oh, dude, when it gets to Season 4, after that, it's fucking nuts. And it absolutely is. And I think that's great because, it's been a year and a half. They needed to reestablish these characters, kind of show us where they've been. Dustin was gone. Mike and Elle, they've developed quite a heavy relationship. They just want to make out with each other. Hopper's not too happy about it. Joyce is still thinking about who she lost in, the last season. And there's a lot of things. And then, of course, Will's like, what's going to happen with our, we need to stay close. You're always just with Elle, blah, blah, blah. So it's a bit of a slow burn, even though you get an idea of, like, what's going to happen. You got these rats that are going crazy because something's happening over in this part of town. And then there's like a Russian subplot-ish that's like there that people might find cheesy, but I was like, dude, that's so fucking 80s. And then there's even somebody throws out, hey, it was fucking Red Dawn. That's why you love this show, because of the references. But the thing is, though, as much nostalgia as there is, they still created characters that you absolutely love. And that's what's so great about this show. I mean, it went right out in the beginning, you're like, there's a lot of Back to the Future undertones where it's like, it's basically just around that time when the movie came out, which is what it is. But, like the first 14 minutes, there's actually a reference to Back to the Future that has nothing to do with the actual movie. It's just one character does something now and went, ha, Back to the Future. There's even a Weird Al song in here. And Dustin wears a Weird Al shirt. It's awesome. And it's not even one of his big popular songs. I was like going, oh, this is why I love this show. They use like an off-the-cuff Weird Al song. And you don't know how obsessed I was with Weird Al as a kid, man. It's crazy. But yes, it just continues on. And like I said, yeah, when episode 4 comes about, you're like, holy shit. And then it just goes crazy. Elle is a bit more of a badass. She is. She fucks some shit up in this. When it comes to Hopper, I mean, he's kind of angry and on the edge throughout this whole series. He's kind of a dick, but you still love him, But he's just on edge, of course, with Elle and Mike, but just with everything. He's just kind of like, it just seems like he is. But, of course, he's going to be the hero, and he's going to do his thing, and he's going to do it even if, you don't think he can handle it. And, of course, new characters. We have this Robin character, which I was like, okay, Maya... There's a Maya, I think that's how you pronounce it, Maya Hawke. And at first I was like, the Hawke with an E. Ethan Hawke and Uma Thurman's kid, and my God, if I close my eyes, she sounds exactly like her mother. She was great. I love the introduction with her, and of course we already know, like I'm sure most of you know, that little twist with her. And I know some people might be like, of course, but I'm like, you know what? I think it would have been more cliche if they went the other route, and I kind of was like, okay with it. I was like, fine. They throw that little curveball, perfectly fine with me. And of course, her and Steve are kind of the dynamic duo with the older kids. Well, they're not really kids. They're, they're adults. They're young adults. And of course, Steve, Talk about, I think the most developed character in the whole series is not even one of the kids. It's fucking Steve. He was such a douchebag in the first season, and then he showed some heroism, and then in the second one, he continued that heroism, and then it continues on with this one too. And I mean, I tell you what, he turned into he was once my most hated character, and now he's like probably my favorite. So yeah, overall, it's great. I mean, the aesthetics are great. They really pumped more of a budget into this season. You could tell they had to have this whole mall that was totally 80s, and it was great. Now on to the spoilers, guys. So you've been warned. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hopper! Aleksey! Billy. I felt bad for his sister. Yeah, that's right. Billy dies. Well, you kind of see it coming because he's the one. I mean, I'm just kind of kidding about that. I thought they did a really good job with the Billy character. Decree, is that how you say his name? Decree Montgomery. He had a lot more to do and really showed some good chops. I mean, that's the thing. The performances are all top notch in this show, and he's the one that gets possessed by the mind flare creature, which he only utilized when he needs to, but you could tell, I mean, he goes through some shit, and he's like bringing people to the big monster to feed that, and man, this season was really gory. There's also like a subplot with Will's mom where she was gonna fuck him and cheat on her husband, but she doesn't, which I was like, good. She is hot, I'll give her that. She got that cougar vibe, but still, I was like glad, I mean, even though she was about to do it, and I was like, don't do it, please. And thank God she didn't. Aleksey, the Russian scientist who was he just wanted to do the right thing, and it was just wrapped up in this world. He just wanted to help and put his knowledge forward. And then he ended up helping out, of course, us, the Americans, on everything. But you felt for this character because he didn't speak a lick of English. Well, he knew how to say stop, I guess. But you know, he just wanted to help out. And even though he was like, there was like a point where he was going to escape, he didn't. He wanted to help out because he wanted to do the right thing. And then he wanted to take in the patriotism of Americans because of 4th of July. But then he got shot by the fucking wannabe Terminator. Yeah, there's like a wannabe Terminator, which it was totally cool. I mean, it's total Terminator vibes. I mean, he had the fucking gloves without the fingers and everything, the spiky hair, and I was going, is this guy a cyborg or is he superhuman? What's going on here? But yeah, the motherfucker, and the way that all played out, it broke your heart. But then you get the Hopper, and you know what's funny, guys, is like, okay, first off, if one of your friends ever texts you like, hey, what'd you think of the show? Don't assume that they've watched it yet. People do this too much, and I text my friend who was like a big fan of the show. I said, so what did you think? Because I was about to start it. And then she goes, yeah, it was great. I can't believe he died. I immediately went, okay, Hopper's gonna get it. She didn't tell me who, because I told her, like, spoiler alert, I just started the first episode. And then she was like, I didn't tell you who, but come on. You think they were going to kill one of the kids? I mean, even though I thought maybe they will, but no, I was like, they better not fucking kill Steve. And sure enough, that's what happens as he's fighting the Terminator like gentleman around the fucking big-ass Honey, I Shrunk the Kids laser thing that's shooting right into the upside-down vagina. Don't tell me it doesn't look like that, but yeah, the gate to the upside-down and stuff. So that all happens, and then she has to turn the keys and then just obliterates everything, and Hopper is now gone. The thing is, though, he ain't fucking dead. Come on! We didn't see him get obliterated like some of the other people, okay? I think he got launched into the gate and went into the upside-down world. Now we also got that, I guess, post-credit scene or whatever that's at that Russian base. And first they walk down and they go, not the American. So a lot of people are already going, huh, is Hopper in there? Maybe. It's funny too because my friend, when she got done watching it and she saw that scene, she went, why does the Demogorgon look human? And I went, maybe because it's partly Hopper? No, I doubt they did that. I don't know. And then I was like, did it? Maybe it did. I don't know. It did look like it was fresh. Like it was like almost like a newborn that's just already grown. I don't know. Then again, that one. Okay, I don't know. It's interesting the way that she looked at it like that and everything. But yeah, I mean, your guess is as good as mine. But for sure, Hopper ain't fucking dead. There's no way that they would kill him off and just leave him out of the whole thing. They're probably gonna do something crazy with the season 4, where he shows up like halfway through or something happens. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I highly doubt they're going to end up doing that. But there you go, guys. Oh, yeah, well, and then, of course, Will and Joyce, you know, they move and they take Elle with them. So that was even heartbreaking, too, because they got that letter from Hopper for being, like, uptight and kind of a douche the whole time. And then all of a sudden you get this letter, and then it's narrated by him. They do a flashback thing, and then, of course, Elle, and props to fucking Millie Bobby Brown, man. She is just... when she starts crying, or even when she screams, like, well, you just feel it. She's just a really good little actress, I tell you. And so is the guy who plays Will. I mean, you see the look on his face when he's scared. I wish they had more with him, more for him to do, instead of just like, he's here, I got goosebumps. I do wish there was a little bit more with him that they could have done, but it's all good. But he had a really good scene, though, when he tears down his little fort in the back. That just, you know, because he was just very, you know, and it was a very dramatic scene. So I thought that was pretty good. But yeah, overall, yeah. So Will has left. Apparently, I don't know where they went. I think she said she's going to California. I don't know. So the band is split up. And Mike and Elle are split up. It's all just up in the air what's going to happen. It ends pretty sad. I mean, it really does. So hopefully we don't have to wait another year and a half. But who knows? They haven't really announced when season 4 is going to show up. But it's going to be interesting how they handle everything. So I guess we're going to have to see what happens. But yep, loved it. And there you go, guys. That's my whole review on Stranger Things Season 3. Let me know your thoughts about it down below. Hit that like, thumbs up button if you'd be so kind. Subscribe to my channel, filmjunkie.com, for all my content. Follow me in the sock meds over there. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Patreon if you want to help out the pirate ship. And, of course, shirts down below if you want to help out the pirate ship. All right, guys? Talk to you later.